Yeah, Mike Scott, Chicago. I'm here in Chicago. We got martial law. I said that a couple. I said about 2 months ago. The plan was doing martial law, uh, and everybody got masks on, and basically social distance went for social madness. A lot of looting, and Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So a lot of people are in different cities to steal, kill, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? We got all these cameras in the universe out here. We send some out of space. And I wonder, why the government didn't see all this. I seen 100 motorcycles come out of the expressway, come into the city Friday. So on the west side, they broke in a funeral home. You don't know this, I'm telling you. They broke in a funeral home last night and stole a coffin. They were stealing coffins on the west side last night. Yeah, they were stealing coffins on the west side. They were breaking in funeral home and stole the coffins. So wickedness in the high places. Mother's Day, people couldn't go see their mother. The cemetery was closed down. See, God is open. The peace that comes from God. It's not coming to this world. Things are being closed. A lot of looting going on. Things are killing people. Marijuana is legalized, and people are strung out on their mind, and that's why they're acting wild because basically your people been been locked down. Social. They've been isolation now, and they're running the streets in all states. And they're taking things out of stores on the south side, 87th Street. They were looting and own community. But these people are taking stores, things out. See what happened is world for a trickery. They blame it on a lot of blacks, but there's a lot of people from different states, and they're promoting violence and stuff. And see, uncommon times. These are uncommon times. Only time when evil can find an interest. So evil finds an interest through anger. And people are disturbed. They're watching things. Like I say, they're filming murders on camera. And just people not telling the person to stop. So people the kids are messed up. The schools are closed. They're not learning nothing. They're watching people getting murdered. So the kids are waking up, being angry, and have no peace in their life. So I'm wearing this world like a loose garment. It's about peace to me. I wear the world. It's wickedness in high places. And Solomon said, wisdom is better than weapons of war. So now we got military war. We got tanks in Chicago. We got the National Guard trying to, control people, And see, I found out one thing. Who conquers itself is great who conquers the city. The war was inner war. It's never going to be peace on this earth, And like I said, we got people walking around with guns and with bad tempers, And I pray to be calm no matter what turmoil surrounds me. So the peace that comes from God, it's not going to come from money. The train is not running. They're trying to worry about that train. They shut the train down, so the train is not running. So I had to worry about that knocking out my interview. But things are being shut down. But see, my mind is flowing. I got a meditation I've been on many years, and I have to practice meditations. Let your mind flow. The mind must always be in a state of flowing. For when it stops anywhere, the flow is interrupted, and this interruption is injures the well-being of the mind. I study a lot of different religions. Buddha said, "For the uncontrolled, there's no wisdom." And see, we got politicians with no wisdom. They're thinking about shutting things down, controlling things is going to give them wisdom. But see, for the uncontrolled, there's no wisdom. Nor for the uncontrolled, the power of concentration. If there's no concentration, there's no peace. And for the peaceful, how could be happiness? So happiness was not going to come from this world. The government shut down the churches. They had to fight the churches, and they won the lawsuit because basically when people go to church, they trust in Jesus. They're not trusting in the world, talking about science. They're worshiping numbers, telling about how many people died. 150,000 people die every day worldwide. You're gonna die one day. So yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. So I'm glad I didn't throw my papers away because my essential workers. Because like I said this 2 months ago. I know I'm gonna be stopped tonight by one of these guys with these big guns and stuff. And I got So I was carrying a gun 10 years old. I haven't had a gun in 31 years. I don't hold guns. I don't go to water air show. I can't worship things that take people's lives. See, you can't worship God and money both. If your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Happiness comes from within. You take a fool and put him in a mansion, he's still a fool. It's not what you possess, who you are, the position you hold, where you're located at that makes you happy or happy. It's what you think about it. You always think about all day long. As a man thinketh, so is he. So it's about my thinking. You know, I was out there when King got assassinated. I seen the tanks out there. So we had a paper business. We had 1,000 customers. So I was able to move around the madness. I seen the looting, the robbing. I seen all that thing. So I experienced this stuff. I've seen this thing. History merely repeats itself. See, but the wind cannot shake the mountain. So I'm glad to be above ground. I ain't worried about what's going around me because always something going around you. It's like I say, peace is, you know, I had to stop looking for peace outside me, and I got inner peace. I can sleep at night, you know, and I don't watch the news around the clock. What is obsession? It's a thought that blocks out all other thoughts, you know. What is fear? Fear is a curse of the world. So the world got a lot of fears. You know, right now they got the big trucks. They still working. They're building stuff. See, they're trying to build right now. They passed the bill. They're talking about building a casino, and they turn down the city while they're talking about gambling. You know, I haven't gambled 31 years. I don't know what the horse name of the racetrack is. I don't know what scratch off is. I don't play scratch off. I don't drink root beer. It's cool to be a square. The slow lane is the best lane. You know, so the world is full of trickery. Passive person advertising man's dream. This guy, he's upset. He's beeping the horn because somebody's driving too slow. He's probably got a gun because he's probably got. That's probably the people that come from this state to steal, kill, and destroy. I see all these people walking around. I ain't never seen before because they come from different states to cause confusion. See, Satan is the father of lies, so you can't believe everything you say. You know, I trust in God. Those who trust in the Lord are steady as Mount Zion, unmoved by any circumstances. So I don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but I wrestle with principalities, wickedness in high places, darkness of the world. You know, so wearing this world like a loose garment. Mike Scott, Chicago. Breathe. You know, breathe. Pray, meditate. Pause before the penitentiary. I must control my emotions or my emotions will control me. Mike Scott, Chicago. Cool to be a square.